Hey, Lucky.
Morning, Jeroen.
Good morning. All good?
Yes, and you?
Top, top. And?
Ready to learn.
But coffee first, come.
Yes. What's the plan for today?
I think we might go out a little bit with the horses. There you go.
Thank you. If you were to give yourself advice at my age, 24 years old, what would you say to Jeroen at 24?
I find also now when I'm older and I look back, then I think the main thing is to have patience. It's really a big key word in our sport because we're working with living animals and you cannot force it. You cannot force the result. It is a sensitive animal, a horse, and as hungry as we are when we're 24 years old.
As competitors, yes.
As competitors, I keep repeating this always. We need to listen to our horses and have patience and follow them. They sort of tell us how our schedule will be during the year.
And so patience with the young horses, bringing them up, patience with an older horse, maybe perhaps if they're not ready for a big event like the Dutch Masters or like the Rolex Grand Prix of Aachen or like Geneva.
Yeah. It's like I say, it's nice to have those goals, but it's a long road towards them. And if you want to do that road too quick, you maybe get there once, but it will be only once, you know, and you want to be there for
many
times, you know.
And I have a really promising horse in my stable at the moment. He's only 6 years old. How I see it, he could be a horse that could jump the Rolex Grand Slams in the future.
Yeah.
What kind of horse does it take to jump those shows at the highest level of our sport?
Well, it can take any kind of horse. It's just important that that you deal the right way with the horse, with the type of horse you have. It can be like your horse, which is only 6 years old, but shows a lot of capabilities. A horse with a lot of scope. So a type of horse that is made like for championships or Rolex Grand Slams, traditional big Grand Prix. There's only a few clears, a few double clears who come into the jump off. And
for me, that's actually my favorite type of competition to watch at the moment from the outside. And to me, that is really the pinnacle of our sport.
Yeah.
When you were my age, what were your biggest challenges?
Straight away, my best horse, the Shim. Maybe the most important horse also in my career, but straight away also the most challenging one because
he had a lot of personality from the beginning, no?
Yeah, he had a lot of character, and he taught me everything, the full package, what was necessary to be to become a horseman, to understand horsemanship, and to become a rider at the top level.
A real complete rider.
And to make your horse yourself.
That's really good advice, Jeroen. Thank you for that.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. You know, by talking you can also learn a lot. It's not only always the technical part of being in the ring. Talking about our sport also, you can learn a lot. But now enough talking, let's go ride. Although these ones are our young prospects, the last few weeks they've been worked quite on some technical parts already. So I think we go out for a nice trail ride. With the quality they have, they could be both Rolex Grand Prix contenders, yes. And it's up to us to bring them there. Yeah?
Exactly. Hey, buddy.
Ready for action.
There have been a number of times where you've had to jump the clear round. What are you thinking in those times where all the pressure is on top of you? You're thinking simply about your horse and riding the course?
My answer is always to be 100% prepared as much as possible the full control over your horse and be one with your horse, know your horse, that you're really partners. Because if I feel that is under control, I feel self-confidence. I go in and still things can go wrong because it's sport and you're with a living animal, of course, but it gives me a strong feeling and a lot of self-confidence.
One thing that you've really helped me with in our time working together is obviously in my riding, but also in my mental preparation for a large event. We work on details, details, so that the details in my riding and the details in my training and making sure my horse is ready for the competition. If these things are under control, then the competition and the course takes care of itself.
Exactly. That's why I say it's very important to really be one with your horse and know him inside out. All right, Lucas, so tell me, what are your goals?
I want to progress as a rider. I want to mature as a horseman. And I want to compete and win some Rolex majors.
Wow, nice goals, nice goals.
And eventually, perhaps the Rolex Grand Slam of show jumping, which is really the pinnacle of our sport.
Those are the keys to the success and the goals that you have to win a major, or maybe even more, maybe even the whole one.
Do you think the Rolex Grand Slam is still achievable?
It is achievable. I mean, we've seen it before that it is achievable, and it will still be. But to achieve it without that base, it won't happen. Of course, a piece of talent. Without the talent, it's impossible to be successful at that level. But more important is the horsemanship and willing to work. Have the patience. There's a few things that are as important, or maybe even more important, than only have the talent. So I wish you good luck with that.
Thank you.
And I have faith in that with you. For now, it's getting a little chilly. It's not Florida here, Lucas.
We go inside.
Let's go inside and have a coffee.
Good idea.
Good.